Councilman Morton,
Here.
Councilwoman McMahon,
Here.
Councilman Niles.
Here.
Supervisor Molino.
Here. You have that,
Yeah, we do have one.
all right, just so everybody knows, we got one, I don't know what you want to call RFP or bid or what,
Proposal,
proposal.
probably.
From Casella on picking up the garbage for the town. If we haven't opened it, you know, want to open tonight and everything. But what we'll do is just register it now. And tomorrow we'll make copies for everybody. We have time to do. All right, Lori, okay, that for you?
She wasn't listening. She was talking to me. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
All right. Do you just want the cost? What do you want?
Give the cost, yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Let's see, total cost for refuse removal. For the scope of work as specified. For 2025, $483,925. For 2026, $508,121. For 2007, $533,527. For 2028, $560,204. And then 2029, $588,214.
Will you take that with you and then we'll make copies for everybody to read separately? That's 2 weeks from now.
Sure.
This way, there's a lot to read there, so.
And is this just for business or residential or both or?
This is, right now, I think it's just for the residential, we already changed it, but they might change it back over. We wasn't sure.
Hold on, I'll let you know.
Says.
Hold on.
That's working out really well.
You wrote the RFP, right, Mary?
Yeah, I don't know. Did you use the same one? You sent the
Yeah,
same one
we
out?
kept-
Okay.
I just used that whole package.
That's 50, 60 page thing.
I mean, I can't remember.
I
what
probably
all
cost 100
things
grand
are.
right there.
We don't even pay $250,000. That's not moving that down.
For some reason, I thought it was costing us around 300, but I don't know why I thought that. Probably don't want to go that way, huh?
I apologize, but I'm not seeing it either. Maybe you should read it. Does it have anything of how they want the money? Do they want the town?
No,
Pay them, or they gonna go out and collect it from the business because we're the people?
no, the town's gonna pay them.
Would it make sense to ask Mary to look at it first?
Yeah, I think that should.
As far as it won't hurt to make a copy.
I'm just trying to see if it's all properties. I believe it was residential. But I want to make sure I tell you correctly. Who made this so long? I said, who made this so long?
Just hand it to us. Yesterday morning. Well, you know,
When I used to get RFPs in my old business, used to. Another half an inch was another $100,000 on the bid.
Just says. Collection of all refuse, rubbish, garbage and recyclables for the town of Lake Luzerne, so I think it's for both.
There was a whole lot of data too.
Oh, that's right.
Why don't you just accept it for now? What?
Well, no, you don't want to accept
No,
it.
we'll table it.
Accepted.
But
It's
just
to you. We opened it.
log it in as
Log it in,
receipt.
that's the word.
Yeah,
We need to be formal with that.
No.
and then you're not being, gonna be rushed to go through that.
No.
Give you some time
We
to go
gotta-
through that.
It's a lot to read.
Yeah. So we wanna table that? Can we make a motion to table that?
There wasn't a resolution on the board anyway.
Okay,
It was just to open it.
Yeah, we're not-
So why don't we just consider it at the regular board meeting?
Then tomorrow I'll make copies for everybody, so we have 2 weeks to
Perfect.
run through. it.
I'll scan it in,
Yeah.
scan it in or make copies.
I don't know, whatever you want to do. I don't know how to.
I'll do.
Scan it.
both.
scan it. Save a tree.
Take 2 trees.
Okay. Okay. Oh, no, sorry, I found it. All trash, solid waste, rubbish, garbage, food, blah, 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 blah. Put out by residents of 1, 2, and 3 family homes.
Good.
So it's $483,925 for 1, 2, 3 family homes. So not any commercial.
Right, no commercial.
And if I remember right,
Like that.
there's a specific number of those.
Yeah.
Yep, there's a list back here, and if the list changes,
There,
they get to negotiate a new price.
did that RFP ask for an upgrade price, change order price, whatever you want to call it? If 5 new houses came on board,
It just said that we could negotiate a new price. But I will scan this in tomorrow.
Have you heard from Mike?
You want this?
Mike, Woven? Mike, on the head.
No.
What's next?
All right, so we'll move on. We're moving on to the next one.
I didn't hear from Mike Colvin, but I will reach back out to him again. See if he can come October 1st.
The only other thing that's left over from the week's ago meeting, you guys got the letter from the Legion that day.
Oh, I have answers for you. That was my responsibility to get you answers on that. Okay, so the resolution says all commercial properties as defined by the zoning ordinance will now be required to obtain their own dumpsters. All residential properties as defined by the zoning ordinance are allowed 3 garbage cans, which do not exceed 35 gallons. So if they fit the definition of commercial under your zoning ordinance, they have to get a dumpster.
Okay, but that's, I don't know if the American Legion is
Karen, is that,
it's a
looks like she's gonna dig.
But basically, I'm just going by what they were telling me, they don't have that much garbage to have it contained. You know, 2 cans is every other week, and maybe once in a while they'll have a wedding on a Sunday and they'll have 4 cans.
Mhm.
That's the only thing I have to question.
And where do we stand with the gray area that it's up to the discretion of the board to? There is none.
Well,
That's
I mean, I'm hoping we have a gray area because it solved the problem like the guy with the laundromat that was here. All right, we solved that problem. He was mixing plastics and stuff in the garbage, mixed with the garbage. This week, he took all the recyclables out, took them to the transfer station. He only had 3 barrels of garbage. So I mean, if he stays that way, I think we should leave it alone. I mean, that's only my opinion. But I haven't been winning any battles really. And the same with the Legion.
I believe it would be considered commercial. It's under the commercial uses, whether you look at it as like a tavern, even though it's private. And also this semi-public facility institution that's still listed under commercial uses. just looking at it quickly, that's where I think that the Legion would fall into either one of those.
Or it's a commercial that they.
That it, under
Under the
commercial
version of the
uses
dumpster?
on the table, that's where it would fall.
Zoning,
You've got residential uses, which are single family, two family, multifamily. Then you have a list of commercial uses, and then you have a list of industrial uses. Industrial is just industrial use, light manufacturing, sawmill, chip mill, warehouse, storage. So it's got to fall into that commercial use.
Where do churches fall in?
Commercial,
It is commercial.
yep.
I wonder what their IRS classification is.
I think we're looking too deep into it. Either we're gotta set precedents as your commercial or your residential, and we have to.
We have basically three classifications: residential, commercial, or industrial. That's
Okay.
it.
Cut and dry, and that's what we did for
Mhm.
zoning. So they have the option of getting their own dumpster or bringing their garbage up to the transfer station. Is that correct, or?
I believe
Who are
so.
you asking?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I understand. I'm just wondering if there should be situations where that might not be the fairest thing. Nonprofits, stuff like that, it would, I'm not talking for
Yeah.
zoning. But just
But I think,
garbage.
picking and choosing like that that's real dangerous stuff.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying. I understand what Gene's saying. Like, to be able to have that discretion would be nice. The reality is we're gonna open a can of worms with
Yeah.
that, I think.
Oh, I got one can. Obviously, tonight.
Yeah.
Once you get one, then another one will come with another, you know what I mean? That sort of thing.
That's it, and if they don't send a letter to the board and answer the letters that come to us and decide on that, I mean, it's hard because,
So that's what. It's a letter asking.
Yeah.
Exemption for that, because we don't have never thought of that.
right,
Dumpster there.
get it?
What would be the beauty parlor in town? What are they registered under?
They're under commercial. It would be under commercial.
Yeah, it's hard, especially with now that we're getting bids for residential.
Beauty parlor
Going
would
for
be
the
considered
dumpster.
retail use.
I think we gotta, make precedents here. We have to stick to our guns on whatever we decide. We can't pick and choose and say, oh, well, he's making more money than he is, so that's choose. You can't do that. That's not right. That's not fair.
I'm not sure if this is your point, but I think it is. The bid that we received. I'm sure that particular contractor would classify American Legion as commercial.
Yes.
Probably, but that's what they are in our zoning.
Even though they only have 3 cans a week,
Mhm.
sure he'd have a case that he could argue to say he doesn't have to pick them up.
I doubt they were on this list we provided.
And, well, I'm kind of using that as a barometer more than a specific.
I mean, I don't think we can even go case by case because
I agree with the can of worms.
yeah, I mean, like
Yeah, sure.
the insurance company. How, what I mean? It's how much garbage are they gonna have? It's,
Yeah,
I mean,
there's
there's,
gonna be several.
yes, but they do have the option, if they do not want to get a dumpster, they can bring their trash to the transfer station. We're not saying, hey, you're gonna hoard your own garbage because we're not gonna touch it unless you get a dumpster. We're giving them that option of what to do. I mean, I like the $200 in my taxes to take care of my dumpster. And I mean, my garbage, but it sounds like that's even gonna go away. We gotta have, you gotta suck it up. That's my opinion.
You want to bring this to a head tonight, Gene?
Whatever you guys wanna do, I mean, it's just, to me, it's not cut and dry, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
but you're Mr. Nice Guy, and that's why we want you. We don't want everyone that has the
But
same
we-
opinion
we
on
did-
everything.
The guy that, the laundromat, we worked it out. Now he's got 3 cans of garbage. He doesn't need a dumpster. If he goes to 4 or 5, the guys are not gonna pick it up. That's the rule. Don't we-
But he is still a business,
Well,
right?
Yeah, according to the law, they shouldn't.
So-
The post office of business, so a
Exactly.
lot of little people
Exactly, yeah.
that don't have garbage.
Yeah.
That was meant for people like restaurant, I mean, that's my opinion. Restaurants, trailer parks.
Yeah.
Where you got 10, 15 trailers
Yeah.
in there and the restaurant's putting out 12, 14, like this place here put out 14 barrels every day. That's what this was supposed to mean. Maybe I'll take the rep, I never thought it out of some of the little people that are just
It's gonna be
don't
effective.
have garbage.
Mhm. Absolutely, but no one's gonna have all the answers. It's not gonna be a perfect.
Well, I think personally it could be, you get a letter like this, we should decide case by case. And we did it with that guy there, he came, complained, we worked it out, and hopefully it stayed that way. I don't know, I'm too much of a nice guy, I'm not. But I just don't feel, maybe I didn't, or we didn't
Thinking of.
word it in a part of, there could be some exceptions, or use that phrase.
Yeah.
Up to the board.
And maybe we need to put that, if that's how everyone feels, we want to put it that way, we need to discuss that
Well.
and get that down.
In other words, change what we did somehow to give us,
Accommodate.
here's another idea. Let's run with it a while, as is. And see if we're making a mountain out of a molehill. In other words, if we get one of these,
Well, we've got a few.
how many we got? We got 2.
Well, we had 2 gentlemen here at the last meeting, right?
That was the laundromat.
But then once word gets around that we're making exceptions, there will be more.
They're all gonna, yeah.
And then it becomes, well, it's not fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can just see what's, the other concern I have too is there's a lot of moving parts with garbage in town right now. We just got the RFP for that. What if the next step, just hypothetically, but what if the next step is, okay, we're not going to do residential garbage. Everybody's going to have to fend for themselves to get their own garbage. Now we're changing it up on them again. And I would, if I were a citizen, I mean, I am a citizen of the town. I get my own dumpster anyways, but if I'm somebody who currently has town garbage and we're changing the rules every 2-3 weeks now, you know what I mean? Or over the next 6 months, we change the rules 3 times. That's going to be pretty frustrating. I think, in my opinion, I understand like there's going to be things that it's not ideal for, but we already made a call on, and I think we should stick with that at least until we figure out what we're doing with residential garbage as well, so that we're not changing it on the fly almost as we go.
I agree.
Should you answer that? Should you answer that?
Actually, I don't want to answer. Stop raining.
Shall we move on, or do you want to do a vote, or what do you want?
I want to make a motion, let's go ahead that way, I don't know.
I don't, maybe Mary can advise, I don't think we need to make a motion for something that's already in place.
Correct,
We would need to make a motion if we're gonna change it.
correct.
Okay,
All right, so then make a motion, oh, you don't need a
No.
motion.
No, we just need to.
Proposed resolution to pay the bills of the 18th abstract. of 2024 as presented. General fund vouchers 3861 to 3874, $20,917.32. Highway fund voucher 3875 in the amount of 901.34. SW1 Water District vouchers 3876 to 3877, $14,240.49. SW2 Water District voucher 3878, $19,364.05.
I'll make that motion.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none carried. And we're at discussion for resolutions for the October 1st meeting. So we'll need bills, minutes.
I don't have anything to add.
I have two things. The first being, we had a meeting earlier this afternoon regarding the ownership of the parcels. The beach parcel and the road leading down to Lake Lanier. And if the board is interested in settling ownership of those parcels, I would ask for authorization to run a title search. Which would be around $300 for the town. And then the town board could discuss whether or not they wanted to pursue litigation against the owners who are claiming ownership to it.
I think we should do that. You guys know enough about it to cast a vote, $300.
But I think we definitely want to do the title search.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about
Yeah.
Yeah.
anything else.
Okay.
Yeah.
I make a motion, we authorize too many names in your firm.
No, you can just authorize a title search of, I don't know the name of that motel though. Castner's. You can authorize a title search for the road and beach parcel near Castner's.
That's what I said.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none carried.
And then my second, I didn't bring this one up. I'm not trying to gain business for myself, but
I did.
I've been asked to look into the Sherman Road litigation to see if we can wrap that up. It's currently with Fitzgerald Morris Baker Firth, who represented the town 2 years ago at this point. And I've just been asked to see if we can close that litigation.
I'll make a motion for that.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none carried.
Those don't need to be on the agenda for next time.
Nope, I'll take care of.
Mary, where were we with the, we had a question about the stop signs on River Road and where are we at with that?
So, the law says that if the board defines those roads as a through highway, that you can put stop signs on them. But all the case law under this law suggests doing a traffic study first, because if you don't do the traffic study, something happens at that intersection, it's considered negligence for just sticking them there.
Okay. Cost of a traffic study?
That I'm not sure. I think you guys are gonna reach out to Kevin Hajos to ask, because they had done one on Aviation Road.
Okay.
I'm sorry, West Mountain Road where it intersects with Aviation. But I can certainly reach out to him if you would like me to.
Do you mind doing that?
Not at all.
Yeah, they did, but they changed it from two-way to a four-way
Yes, they did.
in two places.
Yes,
Yeah.
they did. Actually, coming up over the hill here is now a four-way.
Yeah, Luzerne Mountain
Yeah.
Road.
Right, they put those blinking lights.
Yeah.
So those will both be town of Queensbury, right?
Yeah.
Part of our packets, files on Castor thing. I don't want to be keeping files on that.
Oh,
Right.
can I have them?
Laura, I assume you put those together.
Thank you.
No,
Melissa did that. Right?
You guys all see this?
Yes.
Yes. Beth is off to see it.
Are we gonna put the application for the town court position? Is that gonna be on the agenda for?
Is that on the website now?
No,
Was it?
no,
Should it be?
I don't know. Does it have to be? No. I
You
think
know
you
what
would
I'm
have
talking about,
to,
Mary?
I have no idea.
I would think you'd have to post it.
Our town justice, made the case and we agreed that we should hire another part-time court officer.
Two.
Two
Yeah,
more.
it's two.
Mm-hmm.
One of the main reasons was to operate the what do you call
Metal detector.
metal detector wand gizmos. We agreed, right?
Mhm.
That we should do that. So we got one applicant.
Oh.
For the position.
Okay.
But it wasn't posted. Should it still get posted?
Let me
That-
show you,
I mean, that's your,
show you who it is, because that might impact decision. Name at the top.
oh, I see it.
Definitely a good resume.
I mean, it's up to the board whether or not you want to post it. If you're looking for two people. I have no opinion on whether you post it, because it's not a legal issue, but it may give you more applicants, but you do not have to post it.
Okay,
But it sounds like you need one more, right?
I'm concerned about perception.
I mean, there's no legal issue here. It's a policy decision for the board.
If we need one more, let's all post it. It's all right, there's no immediate, right,
No,
that way you ready to, like, until they get the machine.
And then
We won't need
we
it.
were, yeah, not till the,
October, November.
yeah. Closer to January.
Yeah, if by the time we get it ready, maybe have to do a little older or something.
In order to put it on the website, somebody's got to write up a job description, if we don't have one already.
That's right.
We should have one for the one that's stand now.
We may have, you might be right, Gene. Yeah,
But this has another potential skill that's required.
I'll have to get the proper wording from the judges on that.
Yeah, they obviously got some.
They'll know what they're looking for. Yeah. Okay,
Keep this applicant,
Did I write?
do you keep them informed as to what's going on?
Yeah, but that works better for him because it's,
Does it?
things change in November.
You guys are gonna post that.
yep.
We're waiting on their attorney. He's supposed to write us a new easement. Although I did mean to reach out to him this week.
We have a couple of letters of interest for the planning board. So I don't know if you guys want to act on those at the next meeting. I can put it down as a resolution or just have them come in to be interviewed.
I see the one from Pam Pettis, who was the other one?
Mary Ellen Allison.
Which you guys have had.
Right,
You got that? previous.
Right.
We need one or two positions there.
One
One.
It's for the alternate, right?
for the
Karen?
alternate, yes,
It's for the second alternate.
correct.
And we're all good with the zoning?
We're good with the zoning for right now.
Thanks.
I think if we have two, we probably should do interviews.
Yeah, can we have them come in at the next meeting?
Do you want them to come in early or do you want to just come in at 7?
Put them first on the agenda. And get them in, get them out.
6:30. We get it done before the meeting starts.
You want to do that? I'm fine.
Well, in addition to that, since we're talking about that, I did talk to the one applicant that we received for the deputy zoning officer position. And we've only received one application. So if you want, we could have him come in. If we set this for 6:30, we could have him come in and you could interview him at the same, during that, before the 7 o'clock meeting.
I'm fine with that.
So it has to be noticed as a meeting, but you can go in executive session. So you can do executive session from 6:30 to 7.
I would like to make 6:15, just in case we don't want to run into the meeting. So from 6:15.
6:15.
We're right into the town board meeting.
It's fine with me.
Yep.
Now that we have the third one,
And
Yeah.
15 minutes each. we can
just say to go in.
When you
Yeah,
notice
fair
it, just say it's gonna start at 6:15. Just tell people they're gonna go right into executive session until 7 for interviews.
Can Karen be part of that? So you're usually like Karen can't be part of that?
I usually have been.
Yeah.
Do you want,
Certainly the deputy zoning.
do you want, John Karimsky to sit in on that, the chairman?
Yeah, it's a good
All
idea.
right, I'll let him know.
You guys agree? Yeah.
And so this would be. Are you gonna notify Tucker?
I have
Okay.
that, yeah,
And then I'll email.
okay.
So I see Mary Ellen is on
Yep,
Zoom,
Mary Ellen.
so
or Mary-
that'll be at our next meeting starting at 15.
Correct.
It'll be a special meeting.
You'll notify them. And if
I
there's a
will.
problem or an issue, you would let us know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So I think I don't have any notes.
Maybe even a comment. I don't know if anybody knows about the display at the library in conjunction with the Historical Society. So about the Revolutionary War, it's really interesting. We'll be there all week.
I don't have anything else. Ronnie has stuff though.
There's a hydrant up on the heights that, it sits directly in front of this property and it's weird. Another friend of the people that own the property want to pay to have that hydrant moved over. This guy is paying me for a new hydrant and all the fittings that I need to do this.
Can I interject something here? In the subdivision regulations, if someone is making a subdivision now and there is town water available in the area, those hydrants have to be minimum 500 feet. So does that, where you're changing that, does that interfere with that at all? There's enough of them?
20 feet to the left. And I'm only doing it because this guy is buying a new hydrant. That hydrant needs to be replaced, it's old.
Is it still going to be on that parcel or is, okay,
Yeah. So I just want the town to be aware of that.
Well,
Because I-
so the only permission he needs from the board is we drafted an escrow agreement so that the person pays up front. Town will hold the money, and the project is complete, whatever the town expense was will be paid from that escrow account that will be sitting at the town. And whatever we don't need will go back to the person who put the money there. But he needs permission from the board to have Gene sign that agreement.
You have to go on the water board for that now.
No,
So is that gonna be on our agenda for our next meeting
or
or
you can do it,
entertaining
Can you
it
do it?
you
tonight?
can do it right now if you want. It's up to you.
Yeah, let's get it done. I'll make the motion to give Jean permission to sign.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, hearing none, authorize supervisor to sign agreement.
So that, I just wanted to bring that so the board knew. What was going on. We're down on. Pine View Court, that got paid today. A small portion of River Road will be tomorrow. And that will conclude probably paving this year. I got work down on Ralph Road to do.
How about that?
And it's-
How about that Bay Road problem?
It's been slow going because. I've had two guys off doing the lead service inventory too, so. I got a question of the board. Are we gonna be able to rely on money from the town board next year to go with the CHIPS money?
Well, we're working on the budget right now.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
Did you
Just-
ask?
So I'm just trying to
get an
project
answer
what
about
I
the other
can,
thing, in the budget?
excuse me?
Did you ever get an answer what we asked for on the other problem?
That's my next thing. I'm working on that. I got half of it done. I got paving. I'm everywhere, so. I will have that for you at the board meeting.
I do have a question
And
for you.
I wanna talk to you guys about that sometime too.
I've had quite a few calls and concerns about Gailey Hill. Is that gonna be scheduled ever to be
What?
paved? Gailey?
Yale Hill? Yes, it is.
And do you know
I live
approximately?
on it. I drive over that bad
It's
part.
pretty bad, yeah.
Yes.
Do you know when that is gonna be scheduled? Cause I mean, I'm being asked and I wouldn't have
Yeah.
an inkling.
I wanna do it next year. You know how people are. Of course, he's doing his road, you know? So,
But it's just, that's the flip side. They're not doing that because you don't want that
right.
to come burn that.
There's spots that it's rough. I'm trying to just do skins over those rough spots and then overlay everything next year. I'm trying. I think that's about it, all I got.
I've got something.
And I apologize, did you give an answer about Bay Road?
Bay Road. Well, I gotta look into it, cause I think a little drain with a 10-inch pipe going out, it'll work. It'll do what we need to do,
That's
you
what
know?
we-
I'll talk, let me talk with Kevin Hagels on that too, see what he thinks. But we're working on it.
I just wanna look at this thing for a second that Lori gave us several weeks ago. On or before September 20th, the administrative unit heads are supposed to submit their budget estimates to Gene. You're an administrative unit head,
The budget request.
Yeah, wait,
yeah,
your
I-
sheet.
I
You already
turned
gave it,
in.
right?
Yeah.
oh,
That's just a date that all the department heads are supposed to have met.
I'm confused as to why we'd be talking about. Is the board gonna cover something?
Cover what?
I don't know, you.
Raises? The
Road-
only thing I
road
requested is raises.
It's on his.
It's everything you
sheet.
talked about tonight's in your budget that you're proposing.
The road.
The roads, I was
Oh, yeah,
asking.
that was it. You said, is the board gonna support you with more money beyond chips?
Right, that's what they did this year.
Is that
Last
in your,
year's,
is that in your budget?
I didn't put it on my request. because I thought it came
Am I-
from you
am I asking
guys.
the- You're the budget officer. Am I asking a stupid question?
Yes, he's got a request. We put $100,000 in your.
Yeah,
budget.
from last year. I didn't put it on my budget request last year.
Well, that's because we did it in the last minute, just because.
That's why I'm asking again this year. Are you gonna do it or not? Are you not gonna do it because I didn't put it on the piece of paper?
I think so.
You can
No,
amend the
That's
I
fine.
have plans to do it, but I.
That's fine.
Then
Whatever you wanna do.
everything else you're saying is new already now, because we have put 100,000 in it. But it's gonna be a tight budget. I still don't know what we're gonna cut yet, but we're getting it.
So you're saying that I, this year, put it on the piece of paper?
Yeah,
That's
it
what you
makes it
want?
easier for Colleen and I.
Absolutely.
You can go in and amend that paper with her
Yeah. That's fine.
if you want to tomorrow.
Okay.
I would.
Well, it should have been on the paper that you're asking, you know, you put in what you want on the budget.
I just
But I
didn't,
was planning.
I didn't do it the first year, so I didn't think of that. So,
Yeah, you should go in and see her
And I
tomorrow.
know you didn't think of it this year, that's why I'm saying, we're already planning on it, but I just. Want to see how much, I would, you know, a lot of things, we'd like to see how much is left in your budget for paving that you didn't get to. How much we think we're gonna get from chips, these are questions that we have to get. I
what
know
you
that's-
get from the state is,
I know that's not. your-
they have not, I will say, they've never cut it. They either gave us more or they stayed flat. So, I mean, you pretty much can go on what you got from the year before.
That's what we got.
But you never know, though.
Yeah, you're right.
You don't know on that. So,
The only reason I'm bringing it up is I figure Gene has a better probability of having a more accurate budget with more information. Whatever information,
A lot of things are pretty steady, you know. I am planning on the other money, but you know, we're still, it's gonna be a tough budget. It's gonna be a tough budget,
if I don't ask, I don't know.
I know.
So-
Well, you gotta get us information
Well-
about salaries. I mean, we're
Yeah,
not doing anything till.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of little things on and off.
I only read the first sentence in this thing, okay? The second sentence is budget officer prepares estimate for each administrative unit that fails to submit an estimate. In other words, Gene's gonna do a budget for you, even if you don't do
Right.
it. I think that's
But I.
not the way to
I would,
go.
I would work with them.
I know, but
I'm not gonna just put something in, because if it's good, it's great. If it's bad, then I'll hear it later on.
here's where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
I feel kind of funny when in the middle of the year, we get a request to buy a new truck or whatever. If it's not planned out ahead of time. That's where I'm coming.
Well, I think we talked already. You're not planning any new trucks the next year already.
No, I still got that one still coming,
Yeah.
you know, it's
It's only minor stuff.
they COVID screwed everything up, so.
We're almost ready to go.
Okay, with that being said about the budget stuff, one resolution we're gonna need at the October 1st meeting is to, set a workshop meeting for the budget. And if you guys want that for August 8th or not, just think about when you wanna do it before
October 8th.
October 8th.
I thought you said August 8th.
Yeah, she did.
So-
Yeah, we'll have it by 8 and then make the workshop the following Tuesday this way.
Well, let's see, yeah, it would be the following Tuesday. So our meeting's on the 1st. You can make the and that's when I'm going to present the budget to the town board. It gets filed in our office by the 30th of September. Then I present it to you October 1st. And you set your workshop meeting for October 8th or whatever you want to do.
We all get a budget on the 1st.
Yes.
Take home, look at it, and then when we have the workshop, have some questions up, down, or sideways.
Okay, so that's where we are right now.
Okay, because the following week, I won't be here,
You won't be here
and
for
that's for the agenda week,
the agenda.
but
So,
I will be here for the week of the 8th.
okay, so what they have to do for the 15th meeting, as you can see, if you still have your list, is, you'll have your October 8th workshop, October 15th at the agenda meeting, you'll move the tentative budget to preliminary and set the public hearing for November 4th, which is our regular meeting. But we're going to do it at 6 or 6:30. Because the deadline is the 7th to have that public hearing. Okay. So we'll just have that prior to our regular meeting, and then you can adopt it on the 19th. The deadline is the 20th of November, the 4th, 5th. 5th.
Yeah, fourth is Monday.
Yep.
So you're talking the fifth.
No,
We're
this is
talking the
election day.
4th. Election day is Monday or Tuesday, the 5th.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I tried to,
Yeah, but that fourth, they would have to get this ready for the election.
We already scheduled that meeting though for the 4th. You guys did that last time we were
Mhm.
here.
Yeah.
yeah. Yep, our meeting should have been the 5th. We're having it on the 4th. Yeah. And the public hearing for the budget will be an earlier meeting on the 4th. 6 or 6:30.
The fourth of November is a Monday.
6:30.
So we switched our meeting from Tuesday to fifth because it was election day. We switched it to Monday the fourth.
All right, the only problem with that is we gotta set this whole room up for.
It's not a problem.
Okay.
Don't worry about
I
it.
won't worry about it.
We'll fix
Move
it.
on.
It'll be okay.
Yeah, we could do it before.
Okay, Lori, one more time. Tell
Machines are good.
tell
We'll
me,
we'll do it at night before.
one more time. Tell me the October meetings.
Okay, October 1st is our regular meeting.
Yeah.
And I'll present the budget to the board.
Okay.
Then you guys have the whole week to look it over and mark up whatever you want to talk about at a workshop on the 8th at 6 PM,
October 8th,
October 8th.
six P
Yeah.
M.
Then October 15th is our agenda meeting. And you'll move the tentative budget to preliminary and set your public hearing for November 4th. And it'll be a special meeting prior to that regular meeting that night. So like 6:30 would probably do it, because we don't really ever get a lot of public.
Oh, don't say it out
I
loud.
know. I know,
It's gonna jinx you guys.
but I think that whatever you set it for, 6 or 6:30, that's up to you.
You know what, we'll try to, get out FYIs and all this stuff. So keep up with it.
Well, everybody has this.
I know,
Yeah.
but, you know, it's easier a couple of days before that.
Yeah, I can, yeah.
If
that's
you
fine.
can.
Yep.
This way, everybody gets an accurate.
And that, anybody can call or email me anytime if you have any questions about. I was just trying to avoid having too many special meetings, because it gets a little crazy around budget time with meetings if you don't kind of stick to a strict schedule. That's it.
Okay, we're gonna need to let Tim know that the next bunch of meetings are gonna be an hour early, approximately.
It's all in his packet. It's probably been emailed to him, but I will.
Yeah, I didn't hear back from him. I did. Message him.
Are we done?
Motion to adjourn.
Can I make a motion, we adjourn?
Second.
Third.
All for favor?
Aye.